This video is sponsored by Core. Hi, my name is Andrew and I'm one of the makers of Tadpole Tales, and we're currently working on Pinni's Tiny Adventure. In this devlog, we will focus on player movement. Let's begin. So there are many different kinds of platformers, from very high impact rage quitting platformers to chilled and relaxed platformers. Everyone is unique and everyone has something special to bring to the table. As movement is one of the most important features of the game, we have to make sure that it's spot on. Players use it to traverse and progress through the story, from jumping platformers and reaching difficult places to fighting bosses and dodging attacks. It has to be very well thought, as it is the groundwork of the game. Any decision we'll take will gravely affect the later gameplay. So how do we get started? For starters, I love the walking and running system from Sonic and Yoshi's Island. I decided to mess around and create this walk to run logic. And apart from changing the speed and how long it took to build up from walking to running animation, it was quite complicated to implement, as I had to add extra logic to these on top of it. Say, what happens if the player is mid-air? Do they lose the running momentum, or do they keep it? If so, how and why? This was just a bunch of trials and errors until we got it right, and I think so far it looks pretty good. I used the animator to handle all the animation logic and used layers to simplify it, so it doesn't look like that web animation hell, which I'm sure everyone knows. I learned it from Jordan, who is a very good friend of mine. He's a great indie developer who's currently working on a very cute, charming game, Haiku the Robot. I mean, look how charming it is. I love the color palette. It's beautiful. He also recently launched his official trailer, and his demo is coming out very soon with the next Steamfest. So do go check it out. It's free. Give it a try. Apart from the walking and running logic, we also wanted to implement slopes. This is mostly due to the art style and the motion of the game. As you can see, there's a bunch of hills and mountains, and I want to make sure that there are some sort of levels going on. Of course, this messed up the whole walk and run logic, as it is based on velocity. And yes, I found several solutions, like swapping the physics material when it's detecting that it's on slope, but it looks and it feels very janky. Junky? Thankfully, Benji was there and he managed to make a custom physics script that is now able to interact with slopes and have that walk and run logic behind it. Of course, we are still in prototyping phase and, things are not set to stone, but I think so far so good. Hopefully this will interact well with other elements of the game like platformers, one-way platformer, walls, pushable objects, and of course, the most important thing, combat. Pinni's combat system is based on barking, and we're still contextualizing it more, so probably it will happen for the next devlog and we will talk more in depth about it, because I think we have something very special. On the technical things, we have decided to shift from Trello to Clubhouse. It's basically Trello, but a bit fancier. If you have worked with Jira, it's very similar to that. You can assign tasks, add tags like bugs or feature, split them in categories, add relationships, and put them in all sorts of time lapse. Pretty nice, and it's really handy for bug reports. We're still working on the story writing as well, and I'm currently stuck somewhere, so I hope I can get out of that pretty soon. And yeah. Hey, if you watched this far, it means that you're clearly interested in the development project, so here's a little treat for you. Tell me, which mustache suits Pinni's father better? A or B? You can place your votes in our Discord channel. Giacomo and I will try to organize this for every devlog, so stay tuned. Now, for our very first sponsor of the video, I'm very happy to announce Core. Core is the new free game creation platform that lets you create and share and play games using the power of Unreal Engine. With Core, no coding or art skills are required. You can get started making games right away using their thousands of free, high-quality music, sound, and art assets. But if you like to get into the more nitty-gritty of things, Core still lets you create your own game logic in Lua and build your own levels and art with their easy-to-use tools. Best part is, you don't need to worry about some of the hassles that normally go into making games. Core takes care of the difficult stuff such as multiplayer networking. Core also shares 50% of the revenue with the creators through the Core Perks program. Many Core creators have been able to pay their bills, buy their dream cars, and quit their day jobs with the help of Perks program. There has also been an invitational game jam taking place where creators competed for a prize pool over $170,000. Games range from quirky team deathmatch games to RPG MOBAs, all made under 30 days. I personally think it's a great place to playtest your prototypes and concepts, especially multiplayer games in a 3D space, as usually if you would have done it on your own, 1, you wouldn't get as many players, and 2, you would need to learn how to program with networking. With Core, you wouldn't need to do any of that. It's completely free, and I definitely encourage you to visit Core by clicking the link in the description. Now in my life, Megumi grew so fast and so much. He's only 5 months, but you can clearly see the difference. He loves going for walks, and finally this week, he kind of stopped having potty accidents at home, which is amazing. Finally. Leggy is also doing good. My girlfriend has been taking good care of him, and I think the room has enough lights for him. On my free time, I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV, and I've recently attended someone's wedding, which was very wholesome. I'm currently going through the Stormblood content, and I can't wait for Shadowbringers. How have you been? What games are you currently playing? Let me know in the comments, or on Discord, or on Twitter. This is all for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you guys a great week ahead. Bye bye!